Please remain standing for the presentation of our guard. The color guard and Jeffrey Hart. The other members of the color guard are Cadet Private First Class Dave Pearson, here is the Army Reserve Supply. Cadet Second Lieutenant Megan Chief. Cadet Five. Before we graduate. It's called Your Black Hole. Say goodbye to Courtney. I swear I'll miss you in the morning. I was scared the first day, but now everything's changed. Now I do not want to go.
It's the first one that I saw. I have not been sorry since then. And we have everything I learned to always be on time.
So I thought I'd let you know. This can't last forever. I don't wanna let it go. I realize how I need to. Next to you, there's no place like home. Say goodbye to Bush High. I'll be all grown up in the morning. Know where basketball goes, no unified balls. It's over, true but sad to say. These were the best days of our lives. The moments spent out in the courtyard. Mr. Wallace said hi, Dr. Carson said bye, and then we'll throw our hats up high. Say goodbye to Bush High. Swear I'll miss you in the morning. I was scared the first day, but now everything's changed. now I do not want to go. So I thought I'd let you know. This can't last forever. I don't wanna let it go. But I realize now I need to, and it's true, there's no place like home.
Through it all, forming lifelong friendships and ties that will last the distance. So to our families, faculties, and administrators, we thank you all for your support, sacrifice, inspiration, encouragement, and dedication, and most importantly, for each moment we've had and every memory we've made together. To the class of 2010, as Henry David Thoreau once said, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Thank you and God bless.
Now the valedictorian address will be given by Jennifer Jones.
I am honored to stand before you tonight as a senior in the graduating class of 2010. To my fellow graduates, congratulations on making it. I hope you all follow our hearts and succeed in what we strive to accomplish. I know through personal experience, you are faced with a situation in which you have two roads. Many people have heard Robert Frost's The Road Not Taken, but I would like to share the last few lines. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. I was put into a situation where I had to decide what classes to take. I was strongly encouraged to take less than 4 AP classes. However, I followed my heart and I signed up for 4. Once these 4 AP classes began, I was given the opportunity and encouraged to drop one of my classes. However, again, I decided not to take the easy way out, and that choice has decided my fate tonight. I stand before you tonight as a result of experiencing the road less traveled, and I hope many of you will be able to make wise decisions, even if it does mean taking the road less traveled. Over the past 720 days, which is 4 years in high school, I have taken the high school journey along with 200 peers. I know this journey would be impossible without teachers, staff, friends, and family that fill the stadium tonight. First, I would like to thank our principal, Dr. Price, for the positive role model that he has set for the endless hours of his time given to make this a better school for all of us. Secondly, I would like to thank all the teachers for taking their time to instruct us to the best of their ability and for teaching us life lessons. Several teachers have left a lasting impression. Ms. Orr with her radical calculator trips in Algebra 1, Mr. Farmer for his hands-on physics experiments such as the pumpkin launching competition, Ms. Motsinger or Mama Mox for her creative English activities and reading assignments, and Ms. Jordan for her stringent calculus difficulties. Next, I would like to thank my friends for helping me make high school memories that I will treasure for a lifetime. To my fellow teammates on the soccer field, I will always treasure my bass players. Our soccer team was composed of many bass players, and I don't mean literally a bass player, but figuratively, meaning that as a bass player, you stood up for your teammates, and your teammates stood up for you. I also feel that our class has many bass players, and when we get together for our class reunion, we will truly understand how important it is to stand up for someone and to have someone stand up for you. To Coach McCollum and the ladies tennis team, I appreciate the encouragement that you gave me during the matches and the many laughs that we experienced throughout the season. Last but certainly not least, I would like to thank God for blessing my life in so many ways and for giving me wonderful Christian parents who have supported and encouraged me to set my goals high and to never give up. Mark 10:27 states, "All things are possible when you put your trust in God." At the end of my junior year, I was called to the office. I quickly began telling myself, "You're not in trouble. You didn't do anything. It's just a mistake." However, once I reached the office, I realized they did not make a mistake. In fact, Dr. Price was waiting to see me. At this moment, I tried racking my brain and all the things I had done in the past week. I stepped inside Dr. Price's office and he said, "I have something to ask of you. Will you be the student representative for Fordish High School?" Without thinking, I said, "Me? You want me to be the student representative for Fordish?" Dr. Price immediately saw the fear in my eyes. With recommendations for this position, Dr. Price told me he was confident that I would be a good candidate for the job. I stand before you today glad that I was able to attend the board meetings. And for this reason, I encourage you to step out of your comfort zone, along with yourself to experience things you wouldn't normally have experienced. What better words can I offer regarding the future than the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson? Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Congratulations to the class of 2010. My challenge to each one of you is to stay focused, work hard, never give up, and begin making your own trail. Thank you.
First of all, I have to thank my mom. Without you, I literally would not be here today. You have no idea how much you have inspired me to persevere and achieve my dreams. Everything I have done throughout school has been to make you proud. To Coach K, or as most of you know him, Coach James, thank you for teaching me so much about the beautiful game of soccer. You have ignited a fire within me and the rest of your teams to play to the best of our ability, to fight the human tendency to be mediocre, and to transcend the places that hold us. And to our teachers, and in many cases our coaches, thank you for always believing in us, even when we wanted to just quit and walk away. The past couple of years here at Forbush, we have had many changes. Last year we welcomed a new principal to our family, Dr. Price. He was a big help with our student council's planning of events such as Bush Bash and Spring Clean. Then, this year, our campus added a stoplight, 2 traffic circles, and numerous speed bumps to help with the traffic from the new middle school. Our school day changed a little bit too. The new AE period became the time to catch up in class or spend extra time with friends. Just recently, it even set the stage for a very short-lived water balloon fight. This year also brought the most snow we've seen since we've been in school. We must have set a record being out of school for an entire week. Maybe that was on account, Plus we had more pep rallies this year than in years past. Maybe that was on account of our awesome student section. Most of us know the feeling of being hoarse after the big game, but the Dirty Birds of the student section displayed a completely new level of school spirit. Then, of course, there's a football pep rally back in the fall. Who can forget Bradley Wilson swinging the bat like a madman before Dr. Price stepped in to contain him? Sorry, Bradley, but you pretty much caused a riot when the Starmount Pinata finally broke open. Or maybe our student section was so pumped because we dominated in so many athletics this year. The men's basketball team won their conference. Hunter Safety won nationals again. The competition cheerleading team finally got that national champion trophy and title they've always wanted. And for the first time since we've been here at Forbush, the softball team made it to the 4th round of state playoffs, just 1 game away from the title tournament. As a runner and soccer player, most of my memories are from cross country and soccer over the past 4 years. In the fall, every day with Dobie was an adventure filled with inside jokes that none of us remember. All the death and destruction practice days paid off, especially when we won conference our junior year. Then there was soccer every spring. Although our school soccer careers did not end with the gold medal we wanted, we will always have the memories of 4 straight conference titles, 3 consecutive regional titles, and 3 trips to the state championship. Extracurricular activities tend to define who we are in high school, but they also help shape the road ahead. Whether you're involved in athletics, chorus, drama, or any other club, we have all learned that you must be strong-willed and very determined to achieve your goals. You must be willing to go that extra mile, sprint that last 200 to catch the star mark girl, run an extra pole after practice, do just one more up-down, play just one more overtime period. Sometimes we must sacrifice everything to be victorious in life. Back in February or March, I opened a fortune cookie with a fortune that read, "Fate happens now, you decide." So fellow graduates of Corbush High School, it is our turn to venture into the next stage of our lives. It is time for us to go out into the world and leave our mark on those around us. Most importantly, our future is our decision. Choose wisely, and always remember who helped you get there. Congratulations, Class 2010. We finally did it. Thank you, and God bless.
To speak and to share and give my 5-minute window to you guys. And this is Thursday night at 8:30, and it's Bible study time. But you won't get the full amount tonight. I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and I guess I look back at the past and the honor of why I stand here. And just 24 years ago, a short amount of time to me, and a long amount of time to you, I graduated on the same field right over there on a hot, muggy June night that I said just as miserable as you are. And it's a privilege to sit here again tonight. And I thank you for the opportunity. And I come, I guess, as the privilege to serve this school and to be a part of you all and your life. And I was thinking that today as I was saying goodbye to some people. I think, I will never see you again, probably. Some I'll have the opportunity. But I'm so thankful for the 4 years that I've had for just a small part of your life. On Sunday night, we had a banquet to honor graduates, and at the table that my wife and I sat at, I sat in between 2 name tags at the table. To my right was the name tag of Shane Aaron, and on the left was the name tag of Christian Zuhoff. And that is exactly where you all sit tonight. You sit nestled between Shane Aaron and Christian Zuhoff. I sat there purposely so I could see what it felt like to know where you're sitting. And I think about each life in between throughout the alphabet of what it's like. And I've met you in many different ways, from the football field to the basketball court to the classroom, or wherever we are. I've had that opportunity, and I'm honored to stand here tonight. And I think about story after story after story I could tell. Well, that would take up too much of my time as I think about. But I stand here proudly for that reason. I also stand here proudly tonight as the uncle of one of the graduates in this class. I'm thankful to be a part of her life and to bring her here bright and early one first day of school morning at the usual time we get here at 6:45. She quickly found another ride and dumped me about the second day of school. And I don't blame her. But I'm honored to have this privilege. And I think about my life here, and I think about the time I've spent with families and friends, and to meet your parents, and to meet your grandparents, and to meet you, whether it's in school or out of school, and have the opportunity to share with you. And that's what I want to do tonight. I was thinking about a charge to the class and the privilege to share with you just a few minutes of what can occupy your life. And I was thinking as I love history, and I read, and especially my youth group and my students, and I'm honored to have so many in my youth group even graduating tonight to go to my church and just to be a part of them or my FCA group. But there's always a story, and there's always a history story. When John Winthrop boarded the ship to leave England as a pilgrim en route to America, his desire was to find a new land, a new home, and a new freedom away from what he had. And as he sailed that ship, he approached the banks of New England. And history tells us that he began to write as he was on that ship, and he began to see the new place of what would be America. And he said in his mind that he could see it as the shining city upon a hill. That it would sit there one day, and he would be a part of it, the very foundation of it. A place that was as solid as rock, and the country as big as the ocean, and where he could be. And he disembarked that ship upon a journey in this country and would leave hardly the New England territory before he would die. But there he had made his mark. And several hundred years later, in 1989, on January the 11th, Ronald Reagan came to the Oval Office for the 34th and final time of his presidency. And that's what he said, that America had become the shining city upon a hill, where people had come with morale and is high, and people come here to work and to have families and to have jobs and to be a part of freedom. You know, tonight, guys, you're going to leave this place as shining people upon a hill. It is your desire, you yourself, with what you do with it. As you go from this place, what you would do with your life. Where it would take you, some will go to college, some will go to work, some will go to the military. Whatever you choose to do, it is entirely your choice. It's all up to you and nobody else. Because tonight, you begin to make your mark on society. Freedom isn't free. It's bought and paid for, and it's given to you. And you have the freedom to choose with what you will do with your life. You have the freedom to do anything. And that's what I challenge you and I charge you tonight. And I can't leave you without ever quoting from the Bible. The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, if you read it, and I'll close with this. Chapter 5 tells us in 1 through 8 how to live your life. And I'm going to give it to you tonight. I wish I'd handed out note cards so you could write it down before you leave. It's so clear and simple and easy to understand. Love your neighbor as yourself. When you begin to love other people, as you love yourself, it makes all the world better. Because you would only give yourself the best. Give them the best that you got. Give them the best of your time, and the best of your talents, and the best of your love, and the best of your gifts. When you begin to pour yourself into somebody else, you'll impact the world. It may not be the world as we know it or overseas or in another state, but you impact your world when you give yourself to somebody else. The second thing is to beware of evil and worldly things. Because very carefully, when you go through this life, you have to make choices. You make the wise choice. You be the discerner of wisdom and a thinker wherever you are. Some of you will leave for the beach tomorrow. I go to the same school you go to. I know where you go and what you do. Be wise. Be wise when you leave here. Because even early in the morning, before you ever drive out to the beach, I'll be up praying for you. Because I love you. I love your life, and I value your future. Because 24 years from now, one of you can stand right here. Because I'm an old person sitting over there. You can challenge and charge because you have loved them. You have loved them more than anything else, and you have poured your life into someone else. And the last thing, and I'll finish, is stand on your convictions. Ephesians 5:8 says that you make that stand for who you are. No matter what they are, you stand. If you're standing by yourself, when the curtain falls and the music stops and you're the only one standing there because you stand on what you believe on, you stand there. That's where I challenge you and I charge you tonight. Ronald Reagan said there is no mountain too high to climb and there's no goal that cannot be achieved if you set your mind to it. And that's what I want to tell you tonight. You set your mind and your heart and focus your life on your goals and achieve them. Reach them, whatever they are. Whatever they are to you, you strive to find them. When Winston Churchill wrote his will, he requested that when they placed him in the ground and the final taps is played, as Prime Minister of England, he was given the full-color honor guard, and they played taps. He also requested at the close of taps to please play Reveille, because he had begun a new day. And that's what I tell you tonight. You've closed the chapter here. It's over. 4 years quickly have passed by. They've come to a close. We play Reveille when you go out this football stadium because your new life is ahead of you. Take it and live it and challenge yourself beyond measure and go into this world and set your standards high. Thank you.
Jared Scott Carter, Kayla Marie Klein, Elgar Hollowell Cochran, Britton Sierra Rama, Jared Cameron, Katarina J. Hoosier, Summer Paige Hoosier, Jordan Santal Hawkins, Julio Cesar Hernandez. Kelly Marie Boots. Michael Stephen Howard. Morgan Andrew Powell. Morgan Nicole Howell.
Stephanie Catherine Kirk. Courtney Lynn Kaiser. Jennifer Lynn Wozniak. Ryan Matthew Levine. Patrick Ryan Lancaster. Morgan Mariah Lanning. Shauna Renee Lehman. Ashley Hannah Lineberry. Hannah Brooke Lineberry. Laura Elizabeth Lineberry. Raymond Gray Lineberry. Leslie Brooke Long. Cindy Marshall. Tori Brooke Martin. James Dean Massey. Lauren Olivia McCormick. Tori Ashton McCormick. Amber Nicole McClellan. Joshua David McNibb. Carmen Medina Velasquez. Luke Garrett Miller. Miranda Dawn Miller. Casey Ann Millirons. John Wesley Moore. Brittany Lynn Myers. Jose Roberto Nava. Bentley Alexander Neely. Justin Bradley Niemeyer. Ruby Ocampo. Tessica Brittany O'Connor. Catherine Lee Queen. Andy Michelle. Marco Antonio Roblar. Norma Ann Richardson. Brittany Marie Roberts.
I hereby certify that all these students standing before you have satisfactorily completed the standards to receive a North Carolina high school diploma. By the power vested in me by the state of North Carolina, I hereby proclaim you graduates of Forbush High School. Please turn your coming out this evening. Good night.
We were young. I still feel that way on occasion.
I didn't get to this field. It would be all day long.
Oh, did you?
First one. I probably did. All I heard was Dr. Carson. Next year. What are you doing?
I'm filming.
Oh, you're filming? They can take pictures on that thing too. This is my big sister.
Ruth!
Oh, wait. Okay. Hang on. That's starting to get on my nerves.
How many graduates were there?
Somebody said 230. Bruce! Laurie! Depends when they get my guitar while they're Get my guitar. It's over there. I was trying to holler at you. It's on that side of the stage.
Hey, Chris. Smile, you're on Candy Camera.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna hide behind Lori.
I'll just...
And I explained it to my son. So I'm going to be on the way. I'm going to eat a hamburger and fries. I think that's Katie. Well, what your mother and daughter thought about me going on, man. They were laughing and talking. Of course, it doesn't matter.